Dear students, so the next topic I'm going to discuss in this main chapter is the marking of animals. In the previous classes, we have discussed what are the different methodologies that we employed for collecting different types of organisms, insects, aquatic organisms, soil organisms, birds, mammals, etc. Here we are discussing about how we are marking these collected or trapped animals. Okay, so let's move. Actually, what we are doing this marking. What is the purpose of marking animals? For understanding the distribution, movement as well as migration of organisms, we are generally employed this marking methods in ecology. Okay. For terrestrial arthropods, we are generally using cellulose paints. Here you can see that this is a terrestrial arthropod. What it is? It is an ants. Ants are terrestrial organism or terrestrial arthropods, which is coming under the class insecta, right? So these are marked by means of cellulose paints. Then for aquatic organisms, we are using water insoluble paints. And for fishes, we are clipping their fins. I hope you know what is meant by fins: pectoral fins, pelvic fins, then caudal fins, etc. Here you can see that in this picture, its fins are clipped here. That means the adipose tissue, adipose fins are generally clipped over here, and apart from that, you can see that the caudal fin is also clipped here. So in this method, the fishes are generally marked. Then comes the amphibians and reptiles. Here you can see that this is a reptile and here its toes are clipped. So in this method, the amphibians as well as the reptiles are marked. The toes are clipped. Then comes the snakes. Snakes are coming under reptilia. How they are marked? They are marked by removing the scales. Here you can see that here some of the scales are removed. So in this method, these organisms are marked. Then comes the marking of mammals. How mammals are marked? Generally, 4 different types of methods are employed for marking the captured mammals. What are they? They are mutilations, tagging, coloring and tattooing. So let's see what are the definition and what are the importance of each method. Mutilation involves this type of marking methods. It includes branding, toe clipping, tail clipping, ear cropping, hole punching and fur clipping. Some of them are I just exhibited for you. This is called hole punching, this is called ear cropping and this is called a tail cropping, and then fur clipping is nothing but we are just clip the fur. Okay, then branding means we are just making some kind of number or a written thing as generally impinged on the skin of this animal. This is called a branding. So these are the common methods which is employed in the mutilation or the one of the method employed in marking mammals. Then comes the tagging. Tagging is nothing but we are attaching a metallic piece to an animal. Here you can see that here a metallic piece is introduced in the ear of this animal, and what we are doing is that this particular metal piece consisting of its number, date and also the address. So what is the advantage is that very easy to affix and detect, and we can identify this animal even after death by noting this particular metallic piece. That is called a tagging. Then comes the tattooing. You know that what is meant by tattooing. There is no need of much more explanation here. But ear tattooing is the most common method of tattooing. Here we are providing the identical details into the ear of that particular animal. Then coloring. Generally coloring. Many dyes are used for coloring or marking the animals. 9-zole 4R, which is reddish brown in color, and 9-zole 4D, which is black in color, is generally used for coloring method. And this dyes will be mixed with the hydrogen peroxide before as well as after application. Okay. Then comes the marking of captured birds. How can we mark the birds? Generally, 3 methods are employed for marking captured birds. They are banding, color marking, and mutilation. Banding is nothing, it is somewhat similar to that of this method. We are providing some bands into the leg of this birds, and it will provide the information. Okay. Then color marking is nothing but we are adding some color, or we are generally paint colors on the skin or the feathers of this birds. And then mutilation, it's nothing but it involves a wing or a feather clipping and toe clipping. Here either the toe or the wing is clipped. So these are the 3 important methods generally employed for marking birds. And thank you.